I'm Michael Pitre, and I'm the author of the novel Fives and 25s. It's a novel that takes place during the Iraq War and in the years that follow, and it tracks three members of the same Marine Corps platoon: the lieutenant, who is the platoon commander, the corpsman, who is the medic, and the young Iraqi man who is their interpreter, as they seek to survive the war and the years that come after. Fives and 25s is a term that's mysterious to the public generally, but I think any Iraq veteran would recognize it instantly. It refers to a tactic used by U.S. servicemen in Iraq and Afghanistan to maintain safe distances from suspected roadside bombs. So if you're on a convoy, you see something up ahead that looks suspicious, the convoy halts. The first thing everyone does is their 5 and 25 drill. Look around the wheels 5 meters and make sure there's not a bomb where you're stopped. And then once everyone's satisfied that they're not parked next to a bomb, the dismount team pops out and scans 25 meters to make sure the dismount team is going to be safe. And it became a metaphor for protecting yourself, both on the battlefield and at home. Although the events are all fictional, the feelings and the reactions of the characters to the events as they take place are all drawn from experience. I did not experience most of the events in this book, and my experience of Iraq was actually quite pedestrian compared to those people who I knew and worked with there. But I had all of those same feelings of fear, of shame, of guilt at times, that I think are common to most all veterans. So if the events are fictional, but the reaction of the characters is drawn from my personal experience. To me, it was very important that one of the major characters in the book be Iraqi, because the Iraqi people were the reason we were there. And to exclude them from the narrative seemed insane to me. The Iraqi people were the mission, and we as Marines there were professionals. They were our job. And if their experience is not reflected in the novel, in my mind, would have been rather pointless. My wife tells me that veterans do something interesting. We have 2 or 3 decoy stories. When someone wants to hear about the war, we have some funny, cute stories on deck that we throw out to get the conversation through, so we don't have to tell them the stories we don't want to tell them. That would be uncomfortable for everyone in the room. And so I decided I was going to lose those uncomfortable stories. I was going to forget them, because all I was doing was sculpting my decoy stories to get past conversation about the war at parties. And so I wrote down all the stories I didn't want to tell, and I started writing them one at a time. And my wife would read them at night, and she would tell me eventually, these are all the same characters. This is probably a novel. And it's because of her that I wrote it.